Hey there, welcome to Rahulsdotnet. On this channel, we are going to learn about C# programming, ASP.NET, Entity Framework, best practices in .NET ecosystem, as well as interview question. So in today's video, we are going to learn about how to enable scores in .NET Core Web API. So before going into the how to enable the course, first we'll understand what is course and why it's required. Okay, so first we'll go to the here. So basically this one is one website, so this one will be like a website and this is the server. So basically this one we can say as a domain is website1.com. Okay, website1.com, and that one is reside into the browser. So basically just I will make here as a, so this one is inside the browser. Okay, so here we'll make it as a browser. We are yeah, so from browser basically we are making a request to the server. So here also, and this website one domain is a website1.com. Okay, and the server domain also is the same. So here we can say as this is the server and its domain also website1.com. Okay, so whenever the browser will try to request any resources from this server, so basically the origin of the server we can say it's try to request a website one from this same origin, website one to website one. So here we can say this one is making a request in the same origin. So I will navigate browser, and here just I have created one simple application in Angular, and we are using Angular 16. So it's just normal, just I have used the Angular CLI and just I have created this application. So here we can see that in the network tab basically there are multiple requests are making for styles, polyfills and other bundles. Basically these are all the requests are going to the same origin. So same origin, it means this website is running on the localhost 4200, and it's making a request. So it wants the resources styles.css from the same domain. Okay, so if we want to access any resources in the same domain, so there are no security we have, and browser will allow to make a request. Okay, but when we want to access a resource from one domain to another domain, or we can say one origin to another origin, so what does it mean by? So we'll move to the second example. So this is the example, and here say we this one is the website. So website1.com, and here we want to make a request to the website2.com. Okay, website2.com. So basically here if you see, so the origin of this website, so we want to make a request from one origin to the different origin. So website1.com wants to get some of the resources from the website2.com. Okay, so in this place the course will play an important role. So basically what is course? So whenever we want to share the data between the one domain to the other domain, so that is called as a cross origin resource sharing. So basically this is the browser security that prevents a web page from making requests to a different domain than the one that served the web or Angular application, and I want to make an HTTP call to the my web API. Okay, so here if you'll see, so just I have added one employee service. So this is the service, and here I'm making a call to the this service. Okay, so basically if you'll see, so these are on the two different origin. So the localhost 7019, it's a different origin, and basically we want to access those from the localhost 4200. Okay, so here if you'll see, so in our scenario we want to from localhost 4200 to local. So what will be the URL for this? So here it have the localhost 47019. Still, we will be if you like making a try to localhost, but not. It's a different domain because here we can see the port number is different. Okay, so port number is here 4200. So it's basically a one domain, and here if you see the port is just 7019. So basically it's a two different domain, and in two different domain we are trying to make a call. So here I will move to the browser. So if you'll see, so just I want a call one of the endpoints. So if I will move to the .NET Core Web API and Swagger, so here we have one endpoint that is called weather forecast, and when we'll try to execute that one, so basically it will return some result. Okay, so this we want to access in our Angular application, but both the application are on the different server, or we can say as a different origin. Okay, so their URL or origin is different, and we want to make call from them. So whenever we are trying to make a call, so basically we'll get this kind of error because it's a browser security, and browser doesn't allow to call from one domain to other domain. Okay, so here we can see like access to HTML request at. So we are trying to call this endpoint from this origin, and it's saying has been blocked by the cost policy, and here it's saying no access control allow origin header is present on the request header. Okay, but if I want to make the same call from the postman or the same like UR endpoint from here, so here basically I will not get any calls related things because that security is only in the browser. So browser is restricting to do that. So okay, so here we are not getting. So how will resolve this one basically? So if you want, so nowadays like in every application we have the requirement like we need to like communicate with the different origin, and we need to get the different different places data, and we need to show that one. So for this one, so if we want to resolve this one, so basically what we have to do, so we have to like add this origin to our API server. So we need to tell about that, like so in like we need to allow the origin for this localhost 4200. Okay, so basically how these things will happen. So from the like if you'll see in the cross origin resource sharing, so whenever we have communication between the two different origin, so first of all what it will happen, so first browser will like try to like whenever the before the actual call makes, so whenever we are making the actual call, before that only browser what it will do, it will just send a pre-flight request to the server. So what is the pre-flight request? So pre-flight request is the first browser will send the pre-flight request to check whether the origin server and method, so like so it will check with the server origin server and which are sending allowed on the server. So basically browser will send a pre-flight request and stating that one, this is my this is my origin URL, and these are my the if it have any header, so let's say we have two or three headers, so that headers along with the method. So method will be the get put post or delete. So these are all the information basically the browser will send to the server, and from server, so this is called as a pre-flight request. So in the pre-flight it's a before checking before like checking all the permission it have. Okay, so first it will make, and it will just ask like I am coming from website one, and with this header and with this method I have access to access the resources from website too. So basically cause will click inside that, and if it will have, then it will just send like response to the browser, and it will say yes, you have the like access to these are the method, like these are the http method, http headers along this origin. So once this one will make this one will receive of the browser, then after that the actual request will be made. Okay, so after that actual request will be made, then it will be if I'll go to the network tab and just I will search with the, I will filter with the like weather forecast and try to, so here you can see that this it's clearly mentioning course errors. So cross origin resource errors and missing allow origin header. Okay, so here if we'll see this one, so in this request header we don't have any its header that is stating like these are the host for this for this origin already allow control origin is allowed. Okay, so now what we will do that one, we'll go to the .NET site, like our .NET application, and we'll try to add enable the course. Okay, so till now I think everything is clear for application. So here we are making a call but course error, so we'll try to enable a course for this origin. Okay, so we'll enable a course for localhost 4200. Okay, so now I will move to the .NET application. So this is the .NET Core Web API application, and this is the just a standard template. Whenever we'll create any .NET Core Web API, so we'll get these are all ready-made template. Okay, so I'm not making any changes here. So just we'll try to figure out like how we'll allow the course. Okay, so first of all, what we have to do, we have to go to the program.cs. So basically here, if we'll move to the .NET 6, so there they have removed the startup.cs and all the things related to the adding the dependency injection and adding the middleware, all will be available in the program.cs. Okay, so first what I will do, like I have to add the course. Okay, so for adding the course, we have to first add the services. So in the services, I will write builder dot services dot add course. Okay, and I will add the options. Okay, and in the option basically we have we can add the policy. So we have the default policy as well. So in the default policy, basically so first of all we'll try to add options dot add policy. So there here we can see here we have the add default policy. So default policy, in the default policy basically we'll have allow any origin, allow any header, and allow any method. But we are not going with this because we don't want to allow every origin to access provide course access. So we want to allow a particular origin can only have the access. Okay, so we are not going to use the first option, we are going to use the second option, add policy. Okay, and if I'll go to, if I'll see, so here we need to provide the policy name, and policy name can be any user defined name, and after that we need to give the we need to specify the cost policy. Okay, so for that I'm just given name like given here the policy name as a my app course. Okay, and then after that we'll allow the policy, and then policy. Okay, so here if we'll add the policy, so here we'll have allow any origin, but we don't want to allow every origin. Okay, so we need to allow a specific origin that can access that can access this our resources. Okay, so I will go back and origin. Okay, so with origin basically if you'll see, so it's asking for the like array of string. Here will for now we'll just provide our angular origin, angular project URL like localhost 400. From here we want to access those data. Okay, so will we have just provided, so this one is for the origin. Now we'll add for header, so allow any header dot allow any method. Okay, so here we can specify the particular like whether we want to this some of the headers or we want to allow any header. So in this example basically we are allowing any header as well as any method, so it will allow get, put, post or delete, but based on our requirement we can like add here as well like specific any specific header we want to method we want to allow, so that we can modify, but for now we are going with this origin. So origin will be this, and here we can provide the multiple origins as well. So here we are providing just a local 4200, but if you want to allow some other like origin also, so with comma separated we can give that one. Okay, so this is the like dependency injection, added the services, and we have created a policy named policy, and these are the policy like config. Now what I have to do is I have to add the middleware for that. Okay, so here we can do that. Here we can add the middlewares. So app dot usecors. Okay, here if you'll see, so we have the two overloaded, the default. So it will this one, so it will basically use the default policy, and here we have some of the option that we can provide policy as well. So in our case we have created our own policy addcors, so this we can provide the same here. Okay, so lesson is ready and we have provided a course like we have enabled the course for this origin. Okay, localhost 4200. So now I will try to rerun this application. So let's see, still making call. Yep. Yeah, so here we can see now we got the 200, and so and first we'll go to the response. So in the response we'll see all the data is coming. So we are able to finally we are able to make a call from different origin, and if we'll see here, so these are the request we are making. So request URL basically we are like calling to the 7 localhost 7019, and whether for it this one will be the like API endpoint. And if we'll come to the like header, so basically here we can see it's added one more like header, that is access control allow origin. We can make one more changes. So here we can see we have provided this URL as a hard coded, but yeah, these things we can move into the our app setting dot JSON. Okay, so how we'll move that one? So we'll make that changes as well. So first of all, what we'll do, we'll go to the app setting dot JSON, and here we'll create one key that is called allowed origins. Okay, allowed origins, and then after that we'll make this as a, and here we can provide our URL. So for now it's a local host, but when we'll deploy, so maybe these changes we can like if we have a specific things related to, so we can what we can do, we can make these changes for development. So in the app dot development, so it will have the local host allow origin as a app setting. We can provide the actual URL. So let's say here I have, okay, so whenever we'll deploy this our web API to the like server, so basically it will allow origin for this, and if you are on the local development and so like we are using, so we can use these things. Okay, this is fine. We can add multiple value as well. So here if we'll say, let's say I want to add again this one, so just for giving an example. So these things, so here let's say I have added the two like allowed origin. Okay, now I will go to the program.ts, and here, so at top we are making on this one. So what I will do, I will create one variable that is called allowed origin, and I will try to read value from the appsetting.json. So I will use the configuration.get section, and I will provide the section name that is the allowed origins, and that value I will try to convert as a array. So get string of array we make it, and this one. So basically from here it will just read all the value, and it will provide here. Okay. So allowed origin, this key and that key should match. Yeah. So yeah. So I guess we are using the correct key, and instead of this hard coded, we can just replace with this. So this setting we can manage in our app.json, and it will dynamically read the value, and it will just. So now again we'll try to run this application, and we'll try to execute applications got the 200 response, and we'll see the response. So here we can get all the results.